Hey everybody, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 7th of April over here and we are now live in New York session. So let's get started. Of Global Trade Live. Today is 7th of April over here and we are now live in New York session. So let's get started. So let's go to the trading view over here and open GBP JPY graph. This is GBP JPY, this is GBP USD, then we have USD JPY over here and gold. So let's remove all the analysis first and redo the analysis over here. So GBP JPY is just consolidating since yesterday over here, and I don't really like the way it's moving right now. So let's just do one thing. Let's just go to the weekly and look at the weekly, what the weekly time frame is doing. So basically weekly time frame is just moving in a upward direction over here. Maybe there can be a support formation at this point, and we can expect the market to continue moving up. So today is Thursday, right? So if the market has to flip down, then today is the day it should be doing that. Otherwise, if it stays like this today, then it will be going up, right? So after the weekly, let's talk about the daily over here. So daily, what daily time frame did is daily time frame is now approaching towards a strong level of resistance over here. It tapped this area, but what today's candle did is, today daily candle went down first, created a lower wick. Now it has rejected all the lower prices and now it just moved up. It's also rejecting the higher prices now. So basically there is some indecision going on into the market, because the market is right now confused whether to break above this level over here and fill this wick, or whether should reverse back and go down. We don't know also. So let's just leave it like that and let's just move to the 4 hour over here and let's zoom in a little bit. So basically what the 4 hour is doing is, so market was moving up, created a support over here first, okay, and after this support formation it just went up, created a resistance. There's a resistance over here, then the market just came down, respected this area yesterday, and now it's moving up again. So basically the previous 4 hour candle went all the way up, left a huge wick rejection to the upside, and now the today's candle the current 4 hour candle is moving up. So there can be there is a chance that it might move all the way up and fill this candle, and tap this area again. So if you measure this range over here, then this range is about 26 pips. So above this area we have, if you look on the left, then we have this rejection zone over here. Yeah, so for now this is all about the 4 hour over here, and after the 4 hour, let me just make some visibility changes. Okay, it's perfect right now. So after the 4 hour, let's move to the 1 hour to see where we can actually take the trade, because we need to figure out what the market is basically doing and what it's about to do in the next few hours. So this is pre-New York right now and I don't see any volume over here, right? So if we just zoom in a little bit more, then what do we see? Let me just zoom out also. Okay, perfect. So so basically in the London session today, market created a resistance over here. So market created a resistance over here in the 1 hour, and now it just went down after tapping, creating a resistance. Now if you look on the support side, then there was a support over here, but market did went up inside again. So I'll say that this can be a support as well, we can say. hmm? Right, so this is also a nice support over here. Yeah, actually this is a better support than these areas over here. So in the 1 hour, if I talk about 1 hour, then I don't see any trade in the 1 hour. So I'm gonna just tap, take these areas, and I'm gonna just put these areas over here, because better buys will be above this one only. So yeah, so the market is basically ranging right now. It's just going up, down, respecting this resistance area, respecting the support area, and nothing else is happening. And yes, the one thing which is happening right now is that the market went down, rejected this area heavily, created a rejection zone. Now there is a rejection zone over here, and there is a rejection zone over here as well, right? So if we look for buys but the problem is, if we look on the left, then we have this area as well. There's a problem in this area. So market rejected this area multiple times earlier, so there can be also chance this time as well that the market can reject this area. Also, what we can do is, if the current 1 hour candle is about to close in 13 minutes, so I'm gonna wait for this candle to close, and if we see the next candle wick down first and break these highs, that can be a chance of taking a buy trade. So wick fill will be at 30 pips. I think that can be a nice trade, but I think better buys will be above these wicks over here. If you look on the left, okay, so we have rejections over here. Yeah, I'm not really much liking the way it's moving. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna switch to the 30 minutes. So let's just switch to the 30 minutes over here and redraw the analysis. So basically what's happening in 30 minutes, the market created a recent area of resistance. Okay. And now the thing is, 12 minutes left for the current 30-minute candle to close, and there is a clean range over here. If the market crosses above this area, then can we take a buy? I think yes. 23 pips of range is there. Also, a support has been formed. So market came down, there's a rejection support over here as well on the left. Now market is going up always from this support level, and the previous 30-minute candle closed bullish. Also the previous 30-minute candle closed, this candle over here closed bullish, and the previous candle closed bearish. So now if the current candle goes up by creating a lower wick above these prices over here, then I think it will be going up with no problem, because that will be a second support formation. And if we talk about sells, then obviously we cannot sell below this area, so we have to wait for the market to at least go down below this area. And if we zoom in a little bit more, and if we look on the left, Okay, so this whole area over here is just garbage. I really don't like the way the market is moving right now. And yes, we were talking about sells. So below 161.580, below this area, let's calculate the range. So if we get a candle below these wicks, then the market can go down, fill this wick first, which is about 13 pips. Then it can possibly move down, I think in this area, like 20 pips of range is there. I'm not very sure about the sells because the trend is buy. But yes, one thing I'm sure about is that if we get a close below this area, then market will start to go down and tap this area over here. Maybe it will fill these wicks as well, but I'm gonna take this area in consideration. Yeah, so we have this range over here for sells, 21 pips, and for buys I'm not very sure about buys over here because I really want to take a buy above these wicks, but the way this candle is about to close, so that's something I'm worried about. Yeah, look over here as well in the 15 minutes also. Full screen F11. So if we talk about 15 minutes over here, then we have area over here, then we have a support down over here. So if we talk about buys, then above this area there can be buys, and the range is also good, I would say. 19-20 pips of range is there, so I think yes, I think we can try buys above this area. So yes, we have ideas clear for buys and sells as well. So now I'm gonna go to okay, 15 minutes, visibility changes, done. Okay, so let's move to the high time frames now. I really think GBP should be moving up. Okay, let's just look on the left. What's happening on the left? It's over here right now. Okay, so it's over here right now, and above this area, yeah, I think the market has rejected this area multiple times. So it rejected over here, went down, rejected over here, went all the way down. So this area over here, this whole area is a strong zone. Let's move to this side. Yes, this is a very strong zone. The market has respected this area multiple times in the past, and it always went down when it started to reject over here. So today also, right now also, the market can possibly reject these areas and continue moving down. So we have to be very careful with buys. So that's why market is consolidating, because market is also confused. Like it really doesn't know where to go. So yeah, better buys will be above this wick. 5 minutes left for the 1 hour candle to close as well. Oh, something has been merged up over here. Yeah, in the 1 hour things looks very clear, very clear. So look, the market rejected this area multiple times. It's doing the same over here, same thing. After talking about GJ, let's talk about GU. Let's remove everything. Oh, USD JPY finally moving up. You know, I in the morning I took a buy over here. It went a little bit up, but then it just came back down to the break even, and I closed everything. Look how beautifully this thing is respecting the trend lines. Look. You know, I drew this trend line from this point to this point, and the market just went up and tapped that area, exactly that trend line. And from that trend line, it just went all the way up. Then it tapped on the trend line again, it went up, again, it went up. Now finally, I think it's breaking the highs. Yeah, it's breaking the highs now. I think it's getting ready to move up. So I think good trades will be above this area. Let's see. Okay, let's talk about GBP USD. So basically GBP USD, what GBP USD is doing right now, just hold on everybody. So basically what GBP USD did is the market was moving down, created a support, again created resistance over here, went down, created another one, went down again. So it went down below the support now. So this candle closed below the support. The previous candle tried to go up, but it rejected that all those higher prices, and now it has closed down below this area and with a huge rejection to the upside. Now the today's daily candle also went all the way up, tried to maintain their price above, but it finally rejected that area and came down. So I think it will be flipping down and move all the way down by filling this wick over here as well. So the target for sells for GBP USD will be this area. And if I can see the range from the current price, then it's like 67 pips of range is there. So after the daily, let me just make some visibility changes. So after the daily, I'm gonna look at the 4 hour over here. 4 hour time frame, there is a support down over here. So in the 4 hour we have a support formation, and in the 4 hour we have a resistance formation as well. If we zoom in a little bit, then we will be able to see much cleaner things. So right now the market is just ranging. So the previous 4 hour candle went all the way up, rejected this area, rejection area over here, and maybe that was a liquidity grab and it just closed down bearish. Also, the current 4-hour candle is just stuck in between. That means market doesn't know where to go. So we will be talking about the 1 hour now, because 4 hour is not really clear. So in the 1 hour, if we look for buys, then I think we have clean range above this area over here. For buys, we have this clean range to cover up, right? And the market can possibly go and fill this clean range here. And if we talk about sells, then we need to look on the left. There's nothing over here. Then we have this support. We have this support down over here. Can we take a sell below this area? Let's just zoom in a little bit. So if you measure out this range, then this range is like 18 pips. I think, yeah, this is a pretty decent range to trade, maybe. And maybe this is the only only range we can trade over here. So this will be our support area, and this will be the target one. Let's move to the left again. But the problem is, we need a candle to close below this area so that the next candle can wake up, break the low, and continue moving down. So we need something like that to happen over here in this area. Why? The reason is, if we take an impulse trade, then we don't know whether the market's gonna reject this wick, which is like 8.6 pips down, or whether the market's gonna reject this wick, which is like 11 pips down. So obviously I'll be waiting for a better opportunity to take the trade, and best confirmation to take the trade. Yeah. So this was all about 1 hour. After the 1 hour, I'm gonna switch to the 30 minutes. If we just zoom in a little bit, then can we take a trade in this area? I don't think so. We have to look on the left in the 30 minutes as well. Yeah, I think in 30 minutes below this area we can try taking sells. Okay, and targets will be down over here. If this range is calculated, then this range is 16 pips in 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, I'm not liking the range. Actually, the range is less than what I really need to trade, because the thing is, if you look on the right, then we have these problems as well. So we need to shift support level over here. And now if we calculate the range has become just 13 to 14 pips, which is not enough for me. So I need some best of the best confirmations in this area to take the trade. Oh, look over here. So the previous 1 hour candle closed like a rejection candle, and the current 1 hour candle went up, rejected the higher prices. Now it just came back down. So what if the current 1 hour candle break the low of the previous one? Can we expect the market to move down? I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. That will be really risky. We can expect the market to move up, but not to move down, according to the 30 minutes. So there can be some consolidations in this area. I'm gonna wait. So let's move to USD JPY. So finally USD JPY broke above this area. Now it can, retrace back a little bit on the trend line and take support from this trend line and move up from there. Gold is also consolidating. Nothing is happening right now in gold as well. Let's just move to the daily Daily is also consolidating. We have a support over here in daily. Market is respecting this area. We have a resistance up over here, basically this support. So we have this support over here in the daily. The market is in consolidation zone heavily. So after the daily, if we talk about the 4-hour, came down, created a support. Came down, created a support over here, then it created a second support over here, right? And then if we talk about the resistance area, then we have this resistance over here, which is a strong resistance because all the previous 4-hour candles failed to maintain its price above. So if we get a 4-hour candle, to move up from this area, then that will be going up in this range over here. So we don't know whether it's gonna go up or it's gonna go down, but the best thing is it has created another support over here which is above this support. So if the current 4-hour candle goes up again, break its own high, I think it can